Hi, everybody. This is just a little quick lesson on notebook paper because in kindergarten and first grade, you wrote on paper that was specifically lined for you. And some of you I've heard have been having issues. All right. What I want to show you is when you're looking at the front of a piece of paper, there is a large area of blank at the very top. That would be this area right here. Okay. If you're also looking at the front of a piece of notebook paper, you will notice that there are holes on the left right there. There's 3 holes so that you can put them in a binder. All right, the other thing that you need to realize about notebook paper is there is called no man's land. And the no man's land is this area right in here and actually right over in here. And so we don't very often write in those areas unless we're taking notes. So where you write from is right here to right there on a piece of notebook paper. Now, this is what happens when you open up a new piece of notebook paper and you are writing for me. The very first thing I would do is I would put the date right here. So I would put like 10 to 20. Okay, right there. And it's kind of hard to write because I'm writing with my finger. Okay. Then what I would do is I would skip a line and I would not use this line right here. Now, when you write on notebook paper, everything is up against the left margin, which is this line right there. You write starting right next to the left margin. So say I was writing a sentence and I was going to write, the cat licked its paw. I would start right here and I would write between these 2 lines, and my lowercase letters are about halfway up. The cat licked its paw. And do you notice how my letter hung down underneath the line, the P? And then my punctuation would go right there. Now, if you notice my uppercase letters, my L's, my K's, my T's, they're at the top and the bottom of the line. Do you notice this? Do you notice that? Do you notice that my lowercase letters are about halfway between? Okay, so they are about halfway between those 2 lines. If I could draw a straight line, they would be better. But some of you are writing like this, okay? That is not okay unless you're in kindergarten. So when I have an assignment and I'm supposed to write, I'm writing from margin to margin. Now, what happens if I run out of room? I'll show you in a minute. But this is insane, okay? Writing in the middle of your paper like this, the cat, that is not okay now, okay? So if I was going to write the cat licked its paw today, I would do this. I would go number 1, the cat licked its, oh, now look. I have ran out of room there, so I drop down and I go right next to the margin. Paw today. So that's what I mean when I'm saying writing from margin to margin. I could not fit paw in this area right there. So what I did is I brought it down. The other thing that some of you are doing is you're putting way too much space between your words. So it's margin to margin, making sure that you're on the front of a piece of paper. You put your date up here. You skip a line and you start writing, and your uppercase letters go from blue line to blue line. Your lowercase letters are right down the middle. They start right down the middle, okay? If you were to see this, it looks like a mess now, doesn't it? But I am really needing you to be aware of not writing like this, not writing in the middle of your paper now. So this is the front of a piece of paper. Holes on the left, big area at the top, not writing in between the margins. These are margins. And not writing like a kindergarten. Actually starting right next to your margin and writing from margin to margin. From margin to margin. Okay? So that's the first thing. And every day this week, I'm going to show you more on notebook paper. All right?